Yes, sir. Let's get it. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Huge time. What's good? What's good? We got a little lesson today, man. We doing some live training today. Live training today. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Can you hear me? Hold on. Make sure my audio is good. Make sure my audio is good. All right, there we go. You got me? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We live everywhere today, too. We live everywhere for this one, y'all. We live everywhere for this one. I'm gonna let some people get up in here. Let some people get up in here. When you get in, tap that screen, man. Put where you from. Put where you from. Put them states. Put them states in the chat. It's better than usual. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got all this shit set up. You know what I mean? I finally figured out because TikTok is really weird with TikTok's really weird with allowing third parties to allowing third party softwares to stream and all that. So yeah, I figured it out though. San Antonio in the house. Let's go. San Antonio in the house. Let's go. Yes, sir. Master and credit reports, y'all. Master and credit reports. Let me swap that. Master and credit reports. Make sure I share this. There we go. Master and credit reports part 2. Illinois in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up? Illinois in the house. What's going on? What's going on? We're gonna rock it like this for a little bit. We're gonna rock it like this for a little bit. Rock it like this for a little. Let some more people get up in here. I'm sharing the live. Getting some people up in here, man. She said she sent me an attachment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This hey, Midway Drive. And Point Loma was good. What you doing in Point Loma? Let's go. Putting out dumpster fires. All right, man. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. Yeah, man. I'm not sure what's up with the group. There's a couple people in there. I'm gonna start running ads and stuff, y'all. So you know how I do, man. I try to get as many people in the group when it's nice and affordable. You know, it's only $17. teach you all this type of stuff here. We're gonna be doing 2 trainings per month, just like this. But this is the second one, Mastering Credit Reports Part 2. All right, it's Mastering Credit Reports Part 2. So as you get in here, you come in here, ask your questions, pay attention, and all that good stuff. We are live everywhere too. I think we are live everywhere. Let me check the Facebook. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We live everywhere, man. YouTube. All right, man. I'm trying to get some people up in here, but I know how it goes sometimes when you provide too much info, man. when you providing too much sauce, man, it be like this for a little bit. It's all good though. All right, that's it. I do got stuff to do at. I got to go live at 4. I go live at 4 on TikTok anyway too. So let's go. Let's start running through this, man. This is Mastering Credit Reports Part 2. All right, dispute strategy. All right, done the right way, because there's too many people just disputing incorrectly, right? Just disputing incorrectly, not sure what they're doing. So if you're not in the group, this recording will be in the group. All right, this recording will be in the group. Why is this not? Here we go. All right, there we go. All right, let's jump into it, man. It's only a couple people on the live, but it is what it is. All right, it is what it is. We still got to run through this. All right, so Part 2, dispute strategy, done the right way, man. Let's get it. It says February 5th because it was supposed to be yesterday. We pushed it over. All right, we pushed it over to today because some people said they wanted to come today instead of yesterday. So that's why we pushed it over here. All right, let's jump into it. All right, let's jump into it. All right, why most disputes fail? All right, most of them do fail. Okay, disputing without understanding reporting rules. Pretty much just getting your reports and just clicking dispute or saying this ain't mine or whatever it is. That stuff is not disputing. That's not credit repair at all. You're just kind of guessing. All right, you need to have some structure. You need to have a process. All right, you need to know what you're doing, and that's what we teach in moneymoves.group. Anybody can join at any time. All right, no distinction between accuracy and verse compliance. Okay, just be blending and mixing everything all up together. You don't want to do that. You kind of want to keep stuff separate. All right, no legal foundation behind a dispute. All right, just saying. I saw a dispute before where they just literally said, I don't want this on my account anymore. It's like, come on, man. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. You can't just say you don't want that report that account on your report anymore. That does not make any sense. All right. We gotta have some substance behind it. All right. Escalating without violations. All right. People send us stuff because they want us to sue for them. They send us stuff all the time, but they haven't properly disputed. All right. So we have to tell them exactly what they have to do. We got to start from the beginning. Okay. So result, endless verified responses and burned leverage, because they will just verify accounts, and not really tell you. Okay. Not really tell you exactly how they're verifying accounts. So you have to be able to hold them accountable. But all this misinformation that's going on here. So that's why I wanted to do this one. All right, break down the different ways to dispute. Okay. All right, let's set the line straight. Let's set the line straight. As you guys get up in here, you can drop your questions in the chat, y'all. You can drop your questions in the chat. Let me see right here. Hold on. Hey, been a while. I don't see you on TikTok. What's going on, man? Florida. What's up? I didn't even see the YouTube stuff over here. What's going on, y'all? That's very nice. First catching you live on YouTube. Oh, let's go. Okay. Yeah, I used to go live on YouTube. Usually I try to go live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 4 p.m. Pacific time. I tried to, but I had to put this one on here so everybody can everybody can join and get their questions answered and all that good stuff. All right. So as you get up in here, okay, as we're gonna do a lot of Q&A at the end also. All right. So let's get the line straight. No credit sweeps. Okay. If you don't know what a credit sweep is, that's when they're just telling you to claim identity theft on all your accounts. All right. That does not work. It never has worked. Okay. It never has worked. So if you do a credit sweep, all right, if you do a credit sweep, do not be upset when those accounts get reinserted or re-impaired back onto your report. Okay. Because claiming identity theft on accounts that are yours does not work. And that is fraud. You don't want to do that. There's much better ways to take care of those negative and inaccurate accounts. All right. No mass disputing. Now, you can dispute. So mass disputing kind of falls into the credit sweeps. Mass disputing would just be, you're disputing every single thing on your report, right? But you can, if you list all the negative accounts, you can dispute all those. All right. But mass disputing is just getting your whole report and just saying all these accounts ain't mine. That stuff does not work. All right. No internet templates. Okay. So do not just go to Google and just print something off or go to ChatGPT and say something. I need a dispute letter for this. Okay. ChatGPT is a lot better than the internet, than the Google letters, but you still need to know. Wait, what's this? Participants to scenes. What is that? Huh. I'm not even sure what that is. All right. Yeah, but so you still have to know. You can't just go on ChatGPT, have it print something, you don't know what the hell it's about, right? That's like people get that mixed up all the time. ChatGPT is great, AI is great, but you still need to know what to look for. You still need to know how to actually formulate the letters, because it can just tell you anything. All right, and that's actually that's actually what's happening a lot too. So if you don't prompt it correctly, it's going to just tell you any old thing. You're just going to take it and start disputing and wondering why your reports are coming back verified, or you're not getting responses or anything like that, because you just said write me a dispute letter. It's like, come on, bro. That's not it. All right. And not threatening lawsuits. All right. We're not just if you're going to threaten a lawsuit, you better be able to back it up. Okay. You better be able to back it up. You don't want to just be saying, I'm going to sue you for this and this and this, and you don't even know what you're actually suing for. Okay. That goes on a lot too. So we're going to set the line straight with a lot of that different stuff. We're going to set the line straight with the different ways of disputing. All right, let's get it. All right, the goal is not, I did this for the clickbait. All right, I did that for the clickbait. All right, the goal is not deletions. I did that for the clickbait. All right, the goal is not deletions. All right, the real goal is documented inaccuracies, documented failures to investigate, documented legal violations, leverage that survives scrutiny. Deletions are a byproduct. All right, when you do everything right. Deletions are a byproduct, not the objective. All right, so yeah, I did that. I did that for the clicks. All right. Somebody gonna say, oh man, he talk about it's not, they don't want to get deletions. Yeah. That's for the clicks. That's for the clicks. All right, but deletions are a byproduct, all right, not the objective. So as long as your stuff is documented, all right, document inaccuracies, documented failures to investigate, documented legal violations. All right, leverage that survives scrutiny. That's the goal. Okay, because yes, we're trying to get deletions on the front end, but if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, we're gonna sue their ass on the back end. All right, let's keep it going. Traditional disputing, accuracy based. All right, uses FCRA. Challenges factual correctness, lower escalation. All right, dispute and sue. Dispute and sue is kind of a combination of all of it, right? But compliance based uses FCRA, relies on documented failures, requires a clean paper trail, right? And you're going to start seeing this theme too. Like a lot of this stuff bleeds into each other. All right, a lot of this stuff they're a little bit different, but a lot of this stuff bleeds into each other. Metro 2, factual disputing, compliance, all that. It kind of bleeds into each other, but I'm gonna break all that stuff down. All right, knowing which track you're on matters. All right, knowing what track you're on matters. Escalation without setup equals dead end. Okay. I use LetterStream to send my certified letters, and Equifax said it was a third party, so no action. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's a stall tactic. That's a stall tactic. So we can use that later on. Right? They didn't do a proper investigation. So yeah, we can use that later on. All right. Escalation without setup equals dead end. Do not escalate if you skipped investigation rounds, right? You disputed once, and then a year later you disputed something again. You got to start over. All right. You bundled account types. So if you're going to dispute directly with the credit reporting agencies, you need to be using FCRA. If you're going to do something with the collection agencies, you need to be doing FDCPA. I see people mixing that in together, not knowing what the hell they're doing. Okay. You lack written bureau responses. Okay. When you send a dispute, all right, and they don't just respond or nothing, don't update the credit report or anything, you want to send, a reinvestigation. But if they say, verified, all right, that's a written bureau response, right? That counts as that. Okay, so you don't want us to be sending stuff. That's why we send it and we wait for them to respond. Okay, we have to wait for them to respond or not update the credit report. All that stuff matters. That's why I say anybody can send a dispute letter, but the magic happens after the fact. Okay, after the fact. You cannot cite specific statutes, right? Pretty much you just guessing, throwing stuff on the wall, hope it sticks. Okay, so we're going to help you out with that today. All right, Metro 2 is not a law. All right, Metro 2 is not a law. All right, data reporting standard created by the CDIA, Consumer Data Industry Association, CDIA. All right, used by furnishers and bureaus or credit reporting agencies to format and transmit credit data. All right, the technical backbone behind how accounts, balances, statuses, and histories are reported. All right, there's some people who just use strictly Metro 2. There's some people who use strictly factual disputing. There's different ways to do it, but I wanted to break down this Metro 2 stuff first because, we get a lot of questions about that, a lot of comments, a lot of people reaching out, asking about Metro 2. So Metro 2 is not a law. All right, that was the main thing, though. Metro 2 is not a law. All right, Metro 2 becomes legally enforceable through FCRA 607 or 15 U.S. Code 1681 EB. Credit reporting agencies. When you see CRAs, when you see CRAs, let me go back. Okay, when you see CRAs, that means credit reporting agencies. All right, credit reporting agencies. You might hear me change up bureaus or credit reporting agencies. Okay, you might hear me change that up or switch those. All right, credit reporting agencies must follow reasonable procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy. Meaning, meaning they need to follow the fucking law. Okay, and they don't follow it a lot of times, right? So 15 U.S. Code 1681 EB. Credit reporting agencies must follow reasonable procedures to assure maximum possible accuracy. If Metro 2 formatting is wrong, accuracy is broken, that's a FCRA violation. So it's not a violation just because you're using Metro 2. Because you kind of have to know how to learn how to use it correctly, right? To force that violation. Okay. And I'm trying to not sound as technical. All right. I'm trying to break this down simple, make it digestible so you can understand what I'm talking about. All right. Metro 2 applies to account statuses, consistency, balance versus high, credit logic, payment history sequences, open and close indicators, data fields, data last open, data last closed, data last paid, all that good stuff. Personal identifying information matching. Metro 2 is structural accuracy, not opinions. Okay. Not opinions. Let's go. Let's go. He said, my guy, a week in, my credit went up 70 points so far. Hey, bro, go drop that. Go drop that review, man. Stop playing. Go drop that review for the kid. Let's go. Go drop that review. Let's get it. Let me screenshot that too. Let's go. I need to learn more about this. We got you. We got you. That's what the group is for. We got you. All right. Metro 2 applies to account status consistency. All right. Balance versus high, credit logic, payment history sequences, open versus close indicators, data fields, personal identifying information. Make sure all that stuff is matching. All right. If you got a question in the chat too, you can always drop that question in the chat. If you need As I'm going through all this stuff, if you want some assistance with your credit, you can always click that Service Plus button right there, that little orange. All right, if you're looking on your phone, it's the bottom left, that little orange with the arrow. You can always shoot me a DM, schedule a free call with us, and we'll knock all this stuff out for you. Okay, let's keep it going. All right, let's do a little case study. All right, Metro 2 case example, status conflict, scenario. All right, account report status closed. Okay, status closed, right? But monthly payment still reporting, balance updating monthly. If they close the account, why are they continuing to update the damn account? That doesn't make any sense. It's contradicting. All right. Why this is a problem? Metro 2 requires closed accounts to stop active monthly activity. Right? If they close it, close it. All right. If they close it, close it. Let me put this phone on do not disturb too. All right. They close it, close it. Okay. Legal hook, FCRA 1681 EB, maximum possible accuracy, FCRA 611, failure to reinvestigate accurately. This is not a validity dispute. This is data structure non-compliance. All right. I'm sure you guys seen that before. Metro 2 case example 2. All right. Scenario, payment history shows 3060, 3060. This sequence is mathematically impossible under Metro 2 logic. That doesn't make any sense. If you were late 4 months in a row, it should say 3060, 9120. Okay, 3060, 9120. All right, why this works, payment status codes must progress or cure properly. Skipped or repeating sequences indicate reporting error. All right, 15 US code 1681 EB, 1681I. All right, this pattern, accuracy dispute, not a late payment argument. All right, so we're not. So if you guys are in the group, we go over late payments, kind of a lot. We've got a lot of guides on late payments and stuff in there. When I talk about, right, this is pattern accuracy dispute. When I talk about doing goodwill adjustments versus pattern accuracy disputes, right, it depends. So like if the account, if it's an open account with late payments and it's reporting accurately, that's when you pivot and you do the goodwill pathway, right? But if there's inaccurate information on that report, just like this 3060, 3060, but you were late 4 consecutive months, you can hit them with something like this. All right, yes, and this replay will be available in the group. All right, what people get wrong: using Metro 2 language on collections, claiming Metro 2 violations without identifying the field, treating Metro 2 as a deletion shortcut. All right, if you can't explain what field is wrong, you don't have a Metro 2 dispute. All right, pretty much credit sweeps, adding just random accounts on there, trying to say this isn't mine, blah, blah, blah. That stuff doesn't work. If you got your strategy, you know what you're doing, all right, you're usually going to be okay. All right, but that's why I wanted to tackle Metro 2 first, because a lot of people were asking about it. All right, factual disputes challenge objective inaccuracy, such as, inaccurate balances, re-aging, wrong dates, duplicate accounts, missing dispute notations. These disputes rely on proof, not pressure. So you're going to notice a lot of mixing, right? It's going to, the terminologies and everything kind of going to sound the same, like what you're looking for and all that, because all these kind of feed off of each other. People try to make it seem like three, like just separate, distinct ways to dispute when they're all kind of build off each other. They're all kind of intertwining. Okay. Factual dispute legal foundation, primary statutes. All right. This is all in the group too, but I'm breaking all this stuff down here. FCRA 611, right to dispute inaccurate information. All right. 611A5, deletion if unverifiable. All right. 623A3, duty to report disputes accurately. And I'm gonna give you guys a little cheat sheet, right? With like the 611, like the shortcuts, and then the 15 US code, whatever it is also. All right. So you guys can tell the difference, right? No proof equals no factual dispute. Okay. No proof equals no factual dispute. All right. Case example, re-aging violations. All right. Re-aging violation scenario, charge off. All right. Why is my screen not? What? Oh, there it is. All right, damn. What the hell? My screen just blacked out a little bit. That was weird. All right, case example, re-aging violation scenario. All right, pretty much the date of the charge off. Right, the date of the charge off changes. All right, after dispute. All right. Re-aging extends reporting period illegally. Right. So they'll do that to keep the account on there or to extend the age. Right. They do this stuff all the time. So like you'll dispute something and then, let's say it was a charge off or a closed account or something like that. And then they change the date. Right. They'll change some dates on there to make that account stay on that report longer. Okay. Statutes right here, FCRA 605C, 15 U.S. Code 1681CC. I'm gonna have your cheat sheet in the group, all this stuff for you guys, just to be able to, kind of just know which U.S. code applies to which, to which account. All right, what type of account? This becomes a hard violation, not a negotiation. Okay. Collections are different. All right, third party collections fall under FDCPA, not FCRA. All right, so you don't I see this all the time. You don't want to people be disputing with Experian and they're using FDCPA. It's like that doesn't make any sense. When it's charged off. Yeah. Like that clock starts like when it's charged off. All right, FDCPA, not FCRA. All right, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, not the Fair Credit Reporting Act. All right, so when you're dealing with collections, use the FDCPA. All right, but some people, okay, so if you're disputing directly, if you're attacking the collection directly with the collection agency, that's FDCPA. But some people, they'll see a collection on their report and they'll try to find an inaccuracy on that collection. If you're disputing with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, that's all FCRA. But if you're attacking the collection agency directly, that's FDCPA, right? You don't want to mix the two. All right. Strategy focus on collector behavior, not account validity. All right. Strategy focus on collector behavior. All right. We're going to go over that in a second, but collector behavior, AKA they're not updating the credit report in 30 days. After we send that refuse to pay, they're calling, texting us all times of the night, harassing us, that type of stuff. All right. Focuses on collector behavior. All right. Never miss collections with bureau disputes. So once you get better at it, you'll kind of know, when to use what to do. But for now, if you're dealing with creditors and credit reporting agencies, you want to use the FCRA. If you're dealing with collection agencies, you use the FDCPA. All right, we got to start running through this a little faster. All right, collection case example scenario: consumer sends cease communication letter, or you can send a refuse to pay. All right, collector continues reporting but fails to mark disputed. Right, so they have to mark that account disputed right there in the comments within 30 days. If they don't, boom, we got them. All right, we got them. FDCPA 1692CC. All right, cease communications, FDCPA 1692E8. All right, failure to report dispute. Okay, and you can do some, you can hit the credit reporting agencies with this one too. Right, you notice how it says FDCPA, FDCPA, then FCRA. All right, misreporting disputed debt. Okay, so violation equal leverage. All right, right. We can use 15 U.S. code for debt collectors when we dispute with the credit reporting agencies. Yeah, but we kind of keep it separate, bro. We kind of keep it separate. It just makes it cleaner because like you can there's a lot of scenarios where you can get collections off way quicker than like a charge off. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can call. There's different ways to do it, but we like keeping it separate. We like keeping it separate now. We used to just dispute everything, but we didn't really know. I didn't really know any better, back in 2020, 2021, or 2020, 2019, and 2020. All right, so all right, late payments reality check. Late payments are behavioral data. All right, they are the hardest item to remove because they are often correct. They're often accurate. All right, your opinion does not matter. Only accuracy, errors work. Anyone promising late payment removal is lying. I see a lot of people on these apps talking about, oh, we guarantee we can get late payments removed. If you can get late payments removed, great. My live earlier, I showed y'all we just got some late payments removed, taken off. But that took a long time, right? And there was nothing wrong with the actual account. So we had to goodwill them to death. It took us 4 months to get 130-day late removed. All right. From 30 days late to current. Okay. So it took us 4 months. Okay, to get that 130-day late. Well, and is that worth it? 100%. Okay, 100%, because late payments, You guys, if you got a recent late payment on your report, man, you ain't getting approved for nothing. Okay, you ain't getting approved, and you ain't getting approved for nothing, especially when that score drops too. Like late payments just tell lenders, "Hey, I don't like paying my shit back." That's what it's saying. It's a big ass blinking red light. I don't like paying my bills. That's what it says. All right, so we want to avoid late payments like the plague. All right, avoid late payments like the plague. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. If y'all enjoying this, man, y'all learning something, tap that screen. Again, if you need any assistance, click that Service Plus button. All right, click that Service Plus button right there on the left. Right there on the left. That little orange with the arrow. Click that Service Plus button if you want us to do all this work. This is for people that's in the group and people that want to fix their own credit. You know, we do live trainings in the Money Moves group, www.moneymoves.group, or you can just DM me the word group and get up in there. All right, that's where this recording will be. Okay. Late payment case example scenario. All right. Payment posted within, oh, this is kind of a tricky one too. This is kind of slick. Payment posted within grace period. All right, because you can request a grace period and all that stuff. That's all in the group too. But payment posted within grace period. All right, so like if you know you're going to be late, you can say, hey, can I get a 10-day extension, 15-day extension, and they'll give you that. Right. So if you were already late, they'll reverse, right? That late fee will be reversed. Okay, that late fee will be reversed. But then if they still report that late payment, even though they gave you that grace period, now we got them. All right, billing behavior contradicts reporting behavior. Okay. So if they give you a grace period, all right, they give you a grace period, they should reverse that late fee, right? That little $30 late fee that we get. Okay, they should reverse that. So you should get that back on your account. But then you check and your credit report is still reporting 30 days late, even though there was a grace period. That's billing behavior contradicts reporting behavior. FCRA 1681 EB. We got them again. Okay, we got them again. All right. After disputing, they changed the date of first delinquency. Yep, they can't do that, Miss Williams. Well, they can't do that. Okay, they cannot do that. All right, you paying attention? I like that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep tapping that screen, y'all. Asking those questions. Dropping them comments. Again, if you need anything from us, you can click that Service Plus button on your bottom left. If you're watching on the phone, that bottom left, or you just shoot me a DM, send me your name, first name, last name, and your number. We'll reach out, schedule that free consultation, and we go from there. All right. Why personal info comes first? Like, why is it first on your credit report, right? Incorrect personal data enables mixed files, right? I told y'all the story many times. When I start fixing my credit, man, I look on my report, and I had all kind of stuff on there. I had stuff from there since from 1992. Had Xfinity bills and all kind of stuff, right? But I'm the third. Okay, I'm the third. So you can imagine I'm the third. But when you're younger, I lived at home, right? So my stuff, my dad's stuff, and some of my grandpa's stuff was on my report. We all got the same name. I'm just the third, right? So mixed files. So I didn't only start with my stuff. I had to start with all their stuff, a lot of their stuff on my report too. So personal info is very, very important. All right. Very, very important, especially if the files are mixed. Okay. Easier verification, automated matching. All right. Cleaning personal data weakens every negative account. So like there's been cases where, there's been cases where we'll get an address removed or something, right? Let's say you were married. Okay. You were married and you were living at an address, right? That was 3 years ago, right? You changed your name back, but that old name and that old address still on your report. Sometimes we gotten that personal info removed, and then that collection will fall off, or that charge off will fall off. That was connected to that old address. Happens all the time, right? So that's why you always want to handle that personal info first, and you can call for that stuff too. Okay, you can literally call for that stuff. It's not difficult, right? But if you want the step by step, okay, this is Mastering Credit Reports Part 2. Right, Part 1, the replays in the group. This is Part 2. We'll be in the group. We're doing Part 3 in 2 weeks. All right, let's get it. Personal info case example. All right, old address linked to multiple charge-offs. Current address clean. All right, current address is clean. All right, this is file integrity dispute, not identity theft. Okay, not identity theft. All right. Old address is linked to multiple charge offs. Right. That's why you have to clean that personal info up. Okay. Let's say that current address don't have anything attached to it. All right, anything attached to it. And we try to tell the credit reporting agencies, hey, I'm no longer associated with this address. I need this thing removed. There's a whole bunch of different stuff that you can say for your personal information. And they just ignore you, or they say verified, or they just don't update the credit report. There's so many different ways to get them. All right, so many different ways to get them. Boom, FCRA 1681 EB. All right, this is file integrity dispute, not identity theft. All right, you cannot say, hey, this address isn't mine, especially if especially if a closed account or a charge off or something is attached to that address. All right, people are not thinking. Okay. After disputing, let me see. Oh, I need to call you. My car loan report's late before grace period. Oh, we got him. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's keep it going, y'all. I only got a couple more minutes, man. I'm taking too long. All right, why paper trail is everything. Courts don't care. And in part 3, that's where we're going to talk about suing and all that, right? But we had to teach you the basics. Part 1, teach you the different disputing methods, why you dispute a certain way, teach you different statutes, all type of different stuff in part 2. Then we're going to bring it all together for suing in part 3, right? Why paper trail is everything. Courts don't care about opinions, all right? They don't care about opinions, all right? They care about dates, letters, responses, statutes cited, failures documented. No paper trail equals no case. Okay, no paper trail equals no case. And someone said, hey, I sent a dispute in, but it wasn't certified mail. So you can still use that. You just have to reach out to the credit reporting agency, whichever one you disputed with, and they should have a record of all that stuff. All right, they should have a record of all that stuff. So, but certified mail, of course, is best. But like softwares like Postolocity or Postal City, what is it called? Postolocity, something like that. They're like a newer letter stream, low key, and their first class mail is like certified mail. So instead of paying $8, $9, $10, Postolocity. Let me see the name. Sorry, y'all. Let me get the name because I'm butchering the name, man. Somebody gonna hit me up. It's not Postolocity. It's one second. Postalocity. Postolocity. It is Postolocity. Yeah, Postolocity. POSTOLOCITY.com. Postolocity. Yeah. Postal O City. Postolocity. That's how it's spelled. All right. Their first class mail tracks the letters too. So it's just a lot cheaper. New sauce. Yes, sir. I had a Slack message ready for you. Hey, I got to run it by the mentees first. Make sure it's lit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. All right. Yeah, why paper trail matters. Okay. Courts don't care about opinions, man. Right? And my boy Vance, he posted one about people tried to sue in federal court after the case was already dismissed in state. It's like, dude, if your case gets if you lose a case in state, you can't try to sue for the same accounts in federal. Like, come on, we have to use our brain. All right. So final takeaways, man. Metro 2 is reporting standard, not magic. All right. Accuracy beats aggression. Violations create leverage. Okay. Clean disputes hold up. All right. No credit sweeps. Do not be a FTC warrior. You don't need the FTC. You don't need the CFPB. All right. You don't need none of that stuff. Okay. So if your company is still doing credit sweeps, run the other way, man. Run the other way. All right. Run the other way. Again, if y'all need anything else from me, you can click that little orange service plus button or shoot me a DM. Okay. Or shoot me a DM. All right, let me take this off. Stop sharing. Yes, sir. All right, that was a good one right there. Mastering credit reports part 2. That was a good one. That was some good stuff. Okay. This replay will be in the group. All right, this replay will be in the group. All right. I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna get off of TikTok Studio, and I'm gonna come back live on the phone. All right, we'll do some more Q&A, y'all. All right, do some more Q&A. All right, if you're interested in stuff like this, the technical side, breaking down everything, learning how to dispute the proper way, learning how to do things the right way, a couple weeks, that's all it takes, right? For you, you can learn the basics in a week, right? You can get really, really, really good in 2-3 months. You can be a pro in a year, right? It just depends on how many shots you're putting up, how many books you're reading, if you're actually going through the material, and who's helping you with all this stuff. All right. I just finished my mentorship today. All right, King Credit Mentorship today. We had 12 signups. We only had four people show up all week. So that replay will be available for you guys, the people who missed that. But yeah, the mentorship, man, it's a 3-week program. First week is challenge week, right? We go over all this type of stuff. We go over personal credit, business credit, marketing, AI. We go over everything that first challenge week. Second week, we have 2 group Zooms. And then third week, we have individual Zooms to make sure that you're good to go. But yeah, man, that's how we get down. He said, I'm still learning. I'm trying to tell you, I'm still learning. There's just new levels. There's always something new. All right. Do I wait for you to reach out to schedule a call? Miss Williams, no, you can schedule a call. You got the number, right? 844-689-0199. Right? Or just shoot me a DM. It did not give option to choose a date. Yeah, that's weird. Just text us. Text the 844 number and just text her right now. Text Anna right now. What time is it? 3:43. Yeah. Text Anna right now and then say, hey, I'm trying to schedule a call, and she'll do it manually for you. All right. All right, y'all. It's been real. I'm about to get on the phone, do some more Q&A. All right, y'all come, y'all tap back in. All right, holla at you.